have primary lymphedema, so I was born with basically defective lymph system to my lower body. I kind of just don't have anything working for me in the inguinal node area. At age 9, all of a sudden my left foot started swelling, and ankle, my lower leg. Back then, we're talking over 50 years ago, they just didn't know much. So I was put on diuretics, told to use ace bandages, all bad things. I finally got some knee-high compression. And, but they were kind of telling my mom, oh, she just has to stay off of it and things like that. But of course it does progress. So, I went from basically the left ankle to it becoming, in my 20s, it kind of would get more uncomfortable towards the end of the day. But by my 30s, more discomfort. Obviously, by then you're having kids, you're working all the time, you're doing kids' schedules, you don't have as much control. A little bit harder to deal with, definitely having to wear full compression, definitely in both legs, but much more on my left side. And then by my 40s, I think it really started to seriously affect what I could do. And so I was progressing in my late 50s, and I was noticing swelling. It was kind of a bummer because I'm so proactive and I fight it so hard. I just really schedule my days around not letting this thing progress. And so it was kind of progressing, and it felt like I was a little bit out of control. Like I was seeking out other options. I was looking at surgical options. Then when I came across this course that you all were teaching, and I was in this place in my life where I was experiencing this progression, and I was like, okay, I'm going to lean into this 100%. I'm going to give it my all during the entire course. I'm going to fully participate in this program. And what I have to tell you, I did not think that a diet would affect my lymphedema as much as it did. And I think my understanding was it was primarily all about the keto, which it is a lot about the keto, but I was pleasantly surprised to find there was so much more in there. So, you guys provide so many different resources and tools. It was super helpful that it did have all of that information geared towards lymphedema for me. I was so happy about receiving that information. So about 3 weeks in, my husband, who's a sweetheart and helps me take my compression garments off so I don't get a freaking hernia pulling it off. We're looking at my foot at the end of the day going, just jaw-dropping. I mean, obviously I'm not cured, but amazing results. Like the swelling at the end of the day, where it was usually pretty unbearable, was like it is at the beginning of the day sometimes, usually I can't be standing on my legs to cook dinner. I have a rolling chair in my kitchen, and I would find myself standing on my legs chopping because I could, and my jeans had gotten tight in that one thigh, and I had put them in a box to give away. And one day I was wearing an outfit, and I was like, I want those white jeans. So I pulled them out, and they fit. We did our own exact same measurements side by side, and I had definitely lost, several centimeters in most places. And I have extra wide shoes because the top of my foot swells really bad, and they were slipping off the top of my foot. So these are all amazing things. I really feel like it reversed that progression that was happening. The keto shocked and surprised me. I was feeling desperate, to be wearing full body compression. I'm not feeling that now. Most days I'm just wearing knee high, but I will wear it on some days. I was feeling desperate to get surgery right away. I'm not feeling that sense of urgency. I don't know. It's just been very surprising to me. So this is definitely my new lifestyle. I will always eat this way. because it's definitely making a difference in my progression and in my day-to-day quality of life. Now that I'm continuing to do it, I think it's continuing to get better. As a side note, I did lose 10 pounds, which, I'm not, it's better than a sharp stick in the eye. I'm not unhappy about that at all. Well, this morning I woke up and my foot, like I had bones on the top of my foot that I could see. This is something I have not seen for years, and space between my toes, and so that's definitely the keto. Pretty amazing for having had this disease for 50 years now, right? And I do know of other people through different networks, social media networks, that have had lymphedema and have reversed their stages with keto. So it's pretty shocking how much it does improve your lymphatic function. It was an eye-opener for me. As you know, it's a very satiating diet. And so that's kind of nice because I don't feel like I'm dieting. I'm just changing how I eat, So I wear knee highs, but I was wearing capris as well. And then I would try to wear them all day. If they would get super uncomfortable, I would take the capris off and still have the knee highs. Hardly wearing my capris very much anymore, and I was absolutely needing them. I had fluid coming up into my hip area, buttock area, which is horrifying for a woman, and my upper thigh I could feel, and I'm not feeling that now. And you and Leslyn have spent obviously every day out there gathering and scooping up all this information, and just to have it put in front of me all in one place is just fantastic and so helpful. There'll be times when I'm going through and something comes up and I'll go, oh, I need to go look at that resource, and kind of feel like, okay, you don't wish this on other people, but it's good to know you're not alone, and hear the questions that other people have, because they might not be something that I would have thought about. And also to hear some of the struggles that other people have, and I can realize, oh, I guess I'm lucky because I don't have that. And so, and then just to be able to help one another, there's like that sense of community there that way. And then I like having the question and answer session, because there's just things that pop in your brain. Yeah. I just want to thank you and Leslyn both so much, because I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. I can tell you are really putting together just a wonderful resource for people, and there's just not enough people out there doing it. So I'm so grateful to those of you who are, and you're and you really do make a big impact on our quality of life. So thank you for the work that you do, and everything that you're doing to help provide the lymphedema community